read it, Sean's getting his yoga done tonight. I'm going to get car for Jean, her birthday.
One I think it's in the dormitory and the one is over there.
I don't mind, my good being thrown out of my room for my position. I'll come back later. The only ones that he's taking the shop. No thanks, love. It's great that his ride doesn't turn off. All over the bride, all over Nigel. Just imagine Nigel. He'll probably come in his three-piece suit tonight. You'll be set.
Where do you get that blue thing?
Where do you get what?
The blue thing.
What?
The blue shawl.
What blue shawl? I don't see it. Oh, Beckett. They set fire to them. Why? They try and weld them together.
No, if they're not meant for each other, their hands burn. Nothing at the moment. Very different.
Just in case they set fire.
Whose arm is this one?
Looks like yours to me, Superman.
Let me introduce you to the sink downstairs. Hey, did that girl get to the class?
Yeah.
I mean, to the court, to the lecture?
No, she didn't.
Oh, because she wanted to come.
Yeah. No, she didn't. No, she didn't go.
Did she not find a lift or something, or was that?
The thing is, which ones are they going to video? They're going to video Swami Vishnu, or they're going to video the Mary.
Get everybody in.
Pardon?
Now, they should also have a little bit more incense here.
You know, I'm going to look at it.
You
getting married?
Oh.
And he had glass. Actually, was that the fast? They were both, but not the last fast.
I know. You and Ramesh.
What?
You and Ramesh. No, you're tight? Okay. Just so you might know.
Oh, yes. Happy couple standing here.
I've got the fire. I've got the fire.
Hello.
Yes, it's just Lincoln wedding. Hey, will you tell me when it's 25 past 6? That's just class. You're going to get, or something like that. Out. I only come to the food afterwards.
But we have to change the pots around. We've changed the sheets, but not the pots.
There's some water here. Is that it?
Yeah.
I should put in the rose water.
How was the big one?
Oh, it was all right actually.
Maybe it is right.
Let me see.
I think it, yeah.
I assume
Probably have to cut it.
Take that off. That's you might
Do you want
take
to
it.
go
I just finished smoking. So much better. Nothing, I mean, it's just in remain.
What?
I'm going to have to figure out what right and what.
Yeah, what did you fix that?
Well, no. What have you got in the box, Amari? Oh, is that a present? Oh, you spoiled sport. Just when I was looking forward to being bridesmaid. Well, I was going to put on a pretty frock, if you lend me one. You got one I could use?
Then after this one garland, isn't it? That's for the garland, what is that?
Just one for each of us.
This is for you.
Oh, then that's for 2 garlands there?
Yeah.
So this one. Like an oil lamp. Oh, it'll get better. Incense can.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murte, Vishwavinjaya Shandaya Shri Shivanandaya Te Namaha. Om Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarvarthasadige, Sharane Trambake Gauri, Narayani Namastude, Sharanagata Dinartha Paritrana Parayane, Sarvasyate Devi Narayani Namastude. सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते भयभ्यस्त्राहिनो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोस्तुते रोगानशेषान् अपंसतिष्ठादिष्टादुगावन् सदानभीष्टान् त्वमाश्रितां विपन्नराणां त्वमाश्रितायाशेदां प्रयान्ति सर्वाबाधाप्रसृतस्याग्नेश्वरि यमतया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरी विनाशनम् ॐ लघुकाष्ठोत्तरं सुरुवाच शतनां प्रवेक्ष्यामि श्रीनिशकमलानि प्रसादमात्रेण दुर्गा प्रीता भवेत्सरि ॐ सली स्वाति भवप्रीता भवानी भवमोचिनीम् आर्या दुर्गा जयद्यादिनत्राशुलधारिणीं विनाधरचित्रा जनगर्दा महादपाः मनोग्रहं दाराजितरूपाजिदाजिते सर्वमन्त्रमे सता सत्यानन्दस्वरूपिणनन्दा भाविनी भाव्या भव्या भव्या सदा हृदि शाम्भवी देवमाता चिन्तारत्नप्रिया सदा सर्वविद्या दक्षिण्या दक्षजमिनाशिने अवर्णानेकवर्णाजा पाटला पाटलावती पटाम्बरवरीधाना कलमञ्जिरञ्जनी अमे विक्रमा क्रूरा सुन्दरी सुसुन्दैवं दुर्गाजमातङ्गी मदनमृभुजिता ब्राह्मी माहे श्रीचन्द्री कौमारी वैष्णवी तथा चामुण्डा च वाराभिलक्ष्मी च कुशालमृगलिप्रा उदाष्टों Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. More introduction about the ceremony we are going to perform. This fire coming heaven, see to not only please all the gods, the angels in the heaven, but also the fire itself is one of the Agni Bhagavan, fire angel. He is witnessing this ceremony. You take vow before this fire god, fire angel, Agni Bhagavan, and then the union is completed. The fire is the witness. Ancient days there were no documents to be signed. It's all mental. And you take the vow in front of the Agni Bhagavan, things become complete. And we do this special Agni Havan, offering oblations. We do 3 times. We do Gayatri, that offer 3 times the ghee, 3 times that grains. And then to give this offer to that, repeat Swaha, mantra, Swaha. So I repeat the mantra, and at the end of the mantra I say Swaha. So at that time you offer it. Swaha. 3 times you do that. 3 times Swaha. Whenever you offer it, Swaha, at the end of the mantra. So that's called happening. And actually witness to this particular ceremony. Okay? Om Ganganam Guru Bhenam Bhenam Satpirmat Sangasya Indrasya Gurgavadi Rannagar Gurgavishya Gurgavadi Ganadiva Dhammanat Tekho Bharat Gurgavijana Bhadashina Krishna Krishna Rajma Prasanjayate Om Shuklam Bhata Vishnu Chittavadishya Bhujam Prasan Jaya Ganesha Pradhanadi Kadite Bhuvata Mahasam Suryanadam Ishara Bhadam Sharani You may what there's a student so can another becomes a productive. Ya Shakadula, Yashibra, Ya Vinava Kandamandara, Yashibra, Ya Pramacha, the Shangara Fruit, the Resada, Buddha, Sahan Pada Sarasuri, the Shady Jaka, Om Namashwa, the Reyes, and the Mote, Jaya Shama, Sisiva, Dajana, Om Saramandaman, the Shiva, Savata Sadige, Sharmi, Prabhi, Narayani, Masturi, Narayani, Masturi, Narayani, Namaste. Okay, now you start repeating the mantra, you use 3 times, or you do 3 times. Om Bhurvarenyam Bhagavate Siddhimi Dhyana Prachodayat Swaha. Cosmic program. Om Bhurvarenyam Bhagavate Siddhimi Dhyana Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurvarenyam Bhagavate Siddhimi Dhyana Prachodayat Swaha. Okay, and 3 times. Om Bhurvarenyam Bhagavate Siddhimi Dhyana Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurvarenyam Bhagavate Siddhimi Dhyana Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurvarenyam Bhagavate Siddhimi Dhyana Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurvarenyam Bhagavate Siddhimi 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 Dhyana 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 Prachodayat Swaha. Om Trayam Jami Sundam Vishnu Varnam Shananta Swaha. Om Trayam Jami Sundam Vishnu Varnam Shananta Swaha. Om Trayam Jami Sundam Vishnu Varnam Shananta Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Namo Narayanaya Swaha. Om Namo Narayanaya Swaha. Om Namo Narayanaya Swaha. Om Shri Durgaye Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Durgaye Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Durgaye Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Gauri Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Gauri Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Gauri Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Gangaye Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Gangaye Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Gangaye Namaha Swaha. Sham no Mitra Sham Varnaha Sham no Bhavaturjama Sham no Indro Brihaspati Sham no Vishnu Vikramaha Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Udam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmam Avadu Tadvataram Avadu Avadu Mam Avadu Vattaram Om Shanti 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 Om Yo Brahmanam Vidadati Purvam Yo Vedam Prasnoti Tasmai Samhadeva Magna Buddhi Prakasham Mukshudvaishanam Bhavati Om Shanti 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 Om Bhadram Karne Vishnuyama Deva Bhadram Pashyema Chakajatra Sterange Spashtuvam Sastanavi Vishema Devidam Hidayam Swastina Indra Vrishava Swastina Pusha Vishveda Swastina Saksha Arishthanemi Swastina Brihaspati Pradhatu Om Shanti 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 Om Narayanam Padmagam Vastam Sakshati Kritarasham Shaitam Shivam Devaki Nandanaya Nandanam Vasudevasya Nandavasya Nandanam Yasoda Nandanam Devaki Nandanam Sadasya Krishna Devasya Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sasavati Rama Rame Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rama Manorame Sasavati Rama Rame Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rama Manorame Sasavati Rama Rame Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rama Manorame Sasavati Rama Rame Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Sasavati Rama Rame Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rama Manorame Sasavati Rama Rame Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rama Manorame Sasavati Rama Rame Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rama Manorame Sasavati Rama Rame Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rama Manorame Sasavati Rama Rame Om Tatsvara Om Shanti Shanti. You hold it in your hand first. What hand hold it? What hand is that? Okay, now you put first on him. And now you stand up on your legs. Now hold that right hand. Turn this way, turn this way. Turn. Now you can walk around 3 times. Yes. 3 times you walk it. Fire is the symbol of this unity now. After 3 times you can prostrate before the fire. Prostrate before the fire. Thus the union has taken place. The fire is the witness, and the woe is not like the Western consider now. This union is not until the death part. That's not the Western style. You call it under death parts. No, we don't call it under death parts until the old age. And then each individual can take renunciation or sannyas, mentally or physically, and try to reach the transcendental abode of God. That's the goal of this union. There are 4 ashrams exist, 4 stages of life. First is brahmacharya, the learning period, and then you go into grahastha-ashrama, the householders like that is second ashrama, which I entered now today, just now, called grahastha-ashrama or householders life. Then the time comes, children are grown up and they are establishing their life in the 3rd stage. It's called vanaprastha. Enter into an ashram and spend a time in meditation, in service, in the guru's life, etc. Then you enter into 4th ashram, sannyasa. The renounce husband and wife, they don't become as, husband and wife, they are more like independent souls serving the God to reach the transcendental abode. They renounce sannyasa. There are 4 stages are there in life. It's called psychological stages. As the body grows old, the psychological stages also takes place. Best you never understood these psychological stages. Just like a small child playing with the toys, but when he grows old and become a teenager, 16, 17, 18-year-old teenager, still want to play with the toys, then he becomes immature. So also, a grown-up man who is married, have children, still if he wants to go dancing and playing cards, etc., and that's called immaturity, we call it. They are not allowed to do those things. The mature life, household life is to train the younger ones through example, parents' example. So the parent smokes and drinks, the child also will get the same vibration, and when he grows up he will drink and smoke. Parents are very virtuous and follow the truth and yogic path, and children also will try to imitate. Children's life is imitation. You look at my accent of my voice, it's not changed. 28 years I'm living in the West, but still I got Indian accent that's coming from my parents. I picked up. I can't change it. Same way, you cannot change your habit which you picked up by looking at your parents, by association to your parents. They all imitate them. And so the parents' life should be very exemplary and it should example to the younger generation. So you must show to the younger generation which is going to come in the future. You are going to be the creator of the new life and make sure that your life is itself is in a high spiritual path. So the souls you invoke into your body and create, that souls are very pure souls. If you are impure, you draw the impure souls in the past. That's why if you keep your body and mind in the spiritual path and repeat your mantra meditation regularly, you don't eat meat, alcohol, drugs, etc. At that time you can draw the higher evolved souls as your children. Otherwise you will be drawing only the children, the people like Charles Manson, etc., who are like diabolical, demonical type of souls you invoke. So that's what beauty. So you must not indulge in any of the ordinary, sensual, pleasure-seeking life. That will bring very bad souls to you, and you will show bad example to those souls. So your life should be exemplary. And then, third stage is, now the children are grown up and they are established themselves, then you got no more duty in your home. You just withdraw into an ashram and try to serve the ashram and your guru and do your spiritual practice as the time is coming for you to leave this planet Earth. The rest of the time is not for enjoyments. At that time, the third stage, if you just want to live like a householder, like in the West as they do, they will get second marriage, fourth marriage, and that is called just like playing like a children. A 16-year-old child is playing with the toys. And same way, if a grown-up man with the children grown up and they want to just live a second honeymoon, third honeymoon, they are just retarded, mentally retarded. This is what many marriages are breaking up. They don't understand the psychology of the human mind. Mind cannot just follow the same thing as he did. Like in childhood, he played with the toys. As a grown-up youngster, he will not play with the toys. So also a grown-up man in spirit reach the third stage will not play again like an ordinary householder, husband and wife. That time is over. And then you will completely renounce, if there is a possibility, and take a mental sannyasa or actual sannyasa with the help of your guru and wait for your transcendental state to reach. These are the 4 stages, 4 ashramas. So there is no such thing as binding this union until the last moment, as you call it, until the death parts. There is no death is parting here, it's only until old age. Then you have to depart yourself. One of you can leave this planet Earth within that time. So try to find your salvation. That is the meaning of this wedding. And you have taken the way front of the fire god. And keep up this union and keep your life as spiritual and as pure as the fire. Again, for example of the fire, you throw wood, you throw oil, you throw ghee, you throw anything, everything becomes pure ash. And even if you throw filth into the fire, the filth also becomes pure ash. So fire purifies everything. So this fire ceremony also, by repeating the mantra and offering these oblations, your body and astral body, your mind is purified. And keep this purity throughout your life. And Lord bless you all. And we conclude with the prayer, and afterwards you can get blessings from your senior parents or fathers, mothers, or anyone who is their relatives. Get their blessing and prostitute before the audience, Swamis,
Om until today. Thou art omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient. Thou art Satchitananda. Thou art existence, knowledge, and bliss absolute. Thou art the indweller of all beings. Grant us an understanding heart, equal vision, balanced mind, faith, devotion, and wisdom. Grant us the spiritual strength to resist temptation and to control the mind. Free us from egoism, lust, anger, greed, hatred, and jealousy. Fill our hearts with divine virtues. Let us behold Thee in all these names and forms. Let us serve Thee in all these names and forms. Let us ever remember Thee. Let us exist in Thy glories. Let Thy name be on our lips. Let Thy light be forever and ever.
Bolo Sadguru Shivananda Maharaj ki
Amen.
Tvameva Mata Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarva Mama Deva Deva Ayena Vacha Manasendriya Va Buddha Guru Sadguru Shivananda Maharaj ki Jai. Thank you all. Now you can prostrate before Swamis and all your relatives. Okay, get that blessing. Okay. Thank you all. The ceremony is over. The fire is the witness. Okay.
You have to hold your train, which is really helpful.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Oh,
thank you very much. That's lovely.
Just to get a shot. That's stereo market.
We were pure now.
Stop them all.
We just haven't had that meeting, so you're going to have to be careful.
Alright, brilliant.
It's a movie camera, so you
little bit more to the right or left for more people. Just still more space, people can go. In Israel, when we had just Tel Aviv, we have program. We in this area we put 200 people. out the lights, please, and try to hear this sound within. I call anahada sound. You can see really beautiful melodious sound in your right ear. Try to hear on your right ear inside.
Ganesha Pahimam, Sri Ganesha, Sri Ganesha, Sri Ganesha Rakshamam.
Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha Pahimam. Sri Ganesha, Sri Ganesha Rakshamam.
Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha Pahimam. Sri Ganesha, Sri Ganesha, Sri Ganesha Rakshamam.
Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha Pahimam.
Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha Pahimam.
Sri Ganesha, Sri Ganesha, Sri Ganesha Rakshamam.
Sri Ganesha, Sri Ganesha, Sri Ganesha Rakshamam.
Saravana Bhava, Saravana Bhava, Saravana Bhava Pahimam. Subramanya, Subramanya, Subramanya Rakshamam.
Saravana Bhava, Saravana Bhava, Saravana Bhava Pahimam. Subramanya, Subramanya, Subramanya Rakshamam.
Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati Pahimam. Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati Rakshamam.
Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati Pahimam. Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati Rakshamam.
Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hari Guru Ram. Jagat Guru Param Guru Sadguru Sham.
Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hari Guru Ram. Jagat Guru Param Guru Sadguru Sham.
Adi Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru Om.
Hari Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru Om.
Chit Guru Chit Ghana Guru Chinmaya Guru Om.
Shri Guru Chindana Guru Chinmaya Guru Om.
Adi Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru Om. Chit Guru Chit Ghana Guru Chinmaya Guru Om.
Hari Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru Om. Shri Guru Chindana Guru Chinmaya Guru Om.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Is there not a nobler mission than eating, drinking, and sleeping?
Is there not a nobler mission than eating, drinking, and sleeping?
It is difficult to get a human birth, therefore try your best to realize in this birth.
It is difficult to get a human birth, therefore try your best to realize in this birth.
Can you expect real Shanti if you waste your time in thoughts and cinema. In thoughts and gambling, in scandal backbiting, in idle gossiping. When your throat is choked at the time of death, who will help you for your salvation? Who will help you? Time slips away, kings and barons. Where is Napoleon? Where is Nehru? Time slips away, presidents, prime ministers. Where is Kennedy? Where is Indira? Be up and doing in yogic sadhan, you will attain immortality. Be up and doing in japa meditation, you will attain supreme peace. Be up and doing in asana pranayam, you will attain supreme health. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate
Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Shivanandaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Sadgurunathaya. 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 Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. 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 Shri Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Shri Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Yamuna Tira Vihare Vrindavana Sanjari. Yamuna Tira Vihare Vrindavana Sanjari. Govardhana Giridhari Gopala Krishna Murari. Govardhana Giridhari Gopala Krishna Murari. Yamuna Tira Vihare Vrindavana Sanjari. Yamuna Tira Vihare Vrindavana Sanjari. Govardhana Giridhari Gopala Krishna Murari. Govardhana Giridhari Gopala Krishna Murari. Dasharatha Nandana Ram Ram. Dashamukha Mardana Ram Ram. Dasharatha Nandana Ram Ram. Dashamukha Mardana Ram Ram. Pashupati Ranjana Ram Ram. Papa Vimochana Ram Ram. Pashupati Ranjana Ram Ram. Papa Vimochana Ram Ram. Manimaya Bhushana Ram Ram. Manjula Bhashana Ram Ram. Manimaya Bhushana Ram Ram. Manjula Bhashana Ram Ram. Rana Jaya Bhishana Ram Ram. Raghukula Bhushana Ram Ram. Rana Jaya Bhishana Ram Ram. Raghukula Bhushana Ram Ram. Yamuna Tira Vihare Vrindavana Sanjari. Yamuna Tira Vihare Vrindavana Sanjari. Govardhana Giridhari Gopala Krishna Murari. गिरिधारी गोपाल कृष्ण मुरारी वंदे गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव वंदे गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव वंदे गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव वंदे गुरुदेव जय श्री गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव जय श्री गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव वंदे 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 गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव जय श्री 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 गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव वंदे गुरुदेव शिवानंद गुरुदेव वंदे गुरुदेव शिवानंद गुरुदेव वंदे गुरुदेव शिवानंद गुरुदेव वंदे गुरुदेव शिवानंद गुरुदेव जय श्री 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 गुरुदेव शिवानंद गुरुदेव वंदे गुरुदेव जय जय 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 गुरुदेव जय श्री 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 गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव वंदे गुरुदेव शिवानंद गुरुदेव वंदे गुरुदेव शिवानंद गुरुदेव वंदे गुरुदेव शिवानंद गुरुदेव वंदे गुरुदेव शिवानंद गुरुदेव जय श्री 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 गुरुदेव शिवानंद गुरुदेव वंदे गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव वंदे गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव वंदे गुरुदेव शिवानंद गुरुदेव वंदे गुरुदेव शिवानंद गुरुदेव ओम नमो नारायणाय 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Today is one of the important day for the human race. We are celebrating what? Today we are celebrating what?
VE Day.
Not VE Day. Not victory. We are celebrating Defeat Day. DD, not VD, it's a DD. Because victory comes only when you have control over your own inner enemy. And when you conquer the inner battle, that's the day is called Victory Day. When I control and conquer inner enemy, there are 5 big enemies exist, and the leader of that enemy is called the mind. And his 5 generals are, who are the 5 generals? 5 senses. Sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch are these 5 generals. And these 5 generals take the armies into central pastures. You know which is central pastures? Central pleasures. I want hearing want to hear cha 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 ba 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 ramba ramba, and tongue want to taste hot dogs and hamburgers and so on, and touch wants to see the pleasant, pleasing objects. The cause of war is because these inner enemies we are unable to control and conquer. So today, just before I came to the satsang, I was seeing the newsreel about Victory Day celebration by the Russians, and so the goose step, left, right, left, right, left, right. Of course, Americans also marching, so also British. I saw marching by British, French, and so on and so on. But do you know whether you are German, British, Russian, American, believer, non-believer? That is painful to all of you, who you are called, whatever the label you call it, German, Americans, Russian. Because you put a label, their pain is not less, death is not less painful for German mother compared to Russian or American mother or British mother. That is painful to all. 20 million Russians died in the war. Then I saw Victory Parade, the Queen and King came to the balcony, and the present Queen Elizabeth was the princess, small, with the uniform, standing, a small baby there, a small child. And Winston Churchill came, people were celebrating. But what are we celebrating? That means we destroyed 20 million people or 30 million people, 6 million Jews went into the gas chambers. We have not learned to conquer the inner enemy. Doesn't matter how many times you celebrate Victory Day, Victory Parade, the V-Day. Coming days are going to be extremely difficult, because there will be no one to celebrate Victory Day. There will be neither victor nor vanquished. There's only one mass burial ground. This whole planet is a burial ground. We all came from earth to earth and ash to ashes. But one more thing, why I am interested in this piece, it's not I'm talking about the planetary peace alone. This very seldom you ever think of, neither your leaders, nor your scientists, nor even religious leaders ever think of. If that is going to end the problem by destroying the human beings, then I am the first person to push the button and destroy this planet Earth forever. Then God can take rest. There's nothing more to worry about. But you ever thought of that? What happened to that 20 million soldiers died in Russians and several million British and Americans, French, etc., both soldiers as well as civilians? What happened to their soul? That has finished and then they are resting peacefully forever? You ever thought of that? Many of them, millions and millions of them, are earthbound souls, still wandering in this planet Earth aimlessly, do not know where they are going, what they are doing. Suddenly imagine, this body has been blown into pieces by a bomb, by a mine. I am now existing as a one unit. Next minute, I am torn apart. What happened to me, my consciousness, my awareness? At that time, when my body was torn apart, snuffed out my life and made into a kind of vapor, that lost thought is very painful. I become earthbound spirits. Means I am living in this planet Earth without a body, physical body. But I got other vehicle to live on, an astral body or pranamaya kosha sarira. The hand is chopped off, but that doesn't mean that pain in the tip will ever stop. As you heard many stories, people have pain or some growth, terrible pain, so they are gangrene. Doctor amputated the hand. The physical hand is gone, but still there is phantom pain. Though there is no hand, still they can feel the pain. It's not imaginary, it's real because you got astral hand there. That astral cannot be destroyed by bombs. So when the physical body is torn off suddenly and violently, your astral body exists and become earthbound spirits. They cannot get released to the astral world as normal death, people who die normally. This called, you call it in your simple word, ghost or spirits. They are not ghosts or spirits or some, they are human beings just like you and me. Suddenly they lost their body either by committing suicide or an accident like car accident or drowning, and they cannot get released immediately. So also in the war, the painful experience they have gone through, they cannot get released. Millions and millions of these soldiers are still do not know where they are. They don't even know they are dead. That is the problem of the war. If the death is going to finish, even normal death, many people think after dying you are going to sit next to God. If you are a Christian, you got a stamp in your passport and you can go and enjoy heaven forever. If after death you're having an eternal paradise or eternal holiday, long holiday, then I am the first person to create that eternal holiday for all of you. I'll push the button and I'll send you to the longest one. Come on, get out of this world. Go and enjoy your holiday. That is the most difficult part the Western mind cannot grasp. Many soldiers die in the World War II, and even if they go not earthbound spirits, they go to the next plane. There are 7 planes or the 7 heavens. You call it 7th heaven. I mean 6 heavens behind. Most of these people cannot reach even the first, maybe the first or second, according to their mental condition. But do you know, the astral world is not different from the physical world, what you are now. Here we got social organizations, mental hospitals, hospitals for injured people, and there are daycare, old care, nursing home, we gather by taking the nursing home. And as to work, it is same. Exactly. You arrive there in that astral world, after that, suddenly your body is in front of work. For example, one of the Korean airlines, been shot down, and they don't even know they have been going to shot down, and they're all enjoying their champagne and their parties and they're still sitting in the beautiful, comfortable aircraft, and suddenly a missile came and their body's been just torn apart and they vaporized. What happened to their souls? Now, when these mentally disturbed souls suddenly arrive in the next plane, they are also social service there, advanced souls making souls, and make them adaptable to their particular society and living. There you have to live only not with your physical strength and bank balance, stock markets, nor you can even use a master's chart. There only you can use thought. If you want to move, you think you want to move, how fast you want to go. But most of the people arrive there thinking only the material things, and are caught up in the material world, thinking everything is only physical. There they have to go to school, kindergarten school. President Reagan, President Begin, and Queen Elizabeth, etc., when they arrived, they never thought that anything beyond their physical money and palaces, etc. They had to relearn everything from the very. They had to learn how to raise your hand and how to go. They can go straight through the wall if they want, because astral body can penetrate, but their mind cannot think in that term. They will go only through the door. They can easily penetrate this. They cannot. So the whole situation is changed. They have to go to their attitude. They have been told they are not in the physical world. They have to use their mind, and slowly they learn to use the mind. And suppose you let us assume you went for a holiday to Paris or maybe Las Vegas, Los Angeles. What the first thing you do when you arrive? First thing what do you do when you arrive to any holiday, anywhere? No, before you unpack, before you unpack, you have to check in. Where do you check in? No, forget about that. There's no migration, let us forget about it. We arrived there at the hotel. We need a place to stay. A room necessary. That's the first thing you think of, is it not? Yes. Where am I going to stay when you arrive in a strange place? Which hotel? And depending upon your money. If you have lots of money, you can find a penthouse. If not, you go to basement store. So the first thing in your life, doesn't matter where you arrive, you think of where you are going to settle. That is your inherent nature. So after you die, let us assume your physical body is gone. When you arrive to a new dimension or new plane, you got the same mentality there. You are not just going to wander aimlessly like a leaf or a feather, just floating around with the wings around, or just, no, you can't do that. Your mind is, you want to settle somewhere. And naturally you got idea how you are going to settle. Because here you got different types of house you lived. Big house, small house with the garden and without garden, and some people live all the time in the basement, in the rat-infested basement, and others live in the mansions and palaces. So you got a mental idea exists that the first thing you do when you arrive in the next dimension, where am I going to stay? Now you are looking for houses. Renting? Do you rent there or buy or lease? What do? You build your own houses. But where do you get the materials? And who are the engineers and masons and carpenters? Your mind. Like in a dream, he thinks from this earthly experience he has got the way he lives. So he just go on creating a house by thinking. And if you want a hall, he thinks, it comes. That's all. There is no money, nothing. Just mere thought. But the problem is, if you not learn to control your thoughts, when you arrive there, you are like a poor man without money. You don't know what to do. So they will teach you, just learn to concentrate. If you want to build, you can build anything you want. So you build a house according to your thought. Now you need clothes, you can think of the clothes. So astral world is thought world. Anything you create by your thought, and that will be materialized for you for living. So food, you want to enjoy certain taste and so forth, it comes whatever you think, the way you want to dress. Suppose if you see some of the people in the astral world, from the 13th century they are still there, what type of clothes they will be wearing? You see some of the older, in the older times, what do you call that, long, with the hats and the people go for the church, all those old long gowns and the hats, etc. You see, 13th. So you will see many people, old souls, having the dress wearing, like in the 12th and 13th century. And the newly arrived souls, they will be having ties and coats and like that, with the loose glasses, etc. So the fashion, you can see the people in the astral world, they are new or old by looking at their dresses. Because you cannot create anything just like here. I am wearing this Indian dhoti and Indian things. This was a thing I created in childhood onwards. So when I came even to the West, I'm just using the same thing. She's wearing the sari which she used to do in Sri Lanka or India. She's wearing, so different dresses you have it, according to your culture, etc. Though you came to Britain, say Babu has got a Rajasthani and a Gujarati dress, and Mataji is having a Gujarati this thing, he is having this which dress, which come from there? Mixed, okay, so mixed dress. So you see, each person have a dress here, because what type of dress you are wearing is because of your liking. And here is this is Indian or Gujarati? Gujarati, you can see the Gujarati, the khadi, pajama and kurta, you see. So even though we came to Britain, all are not having the same type of dress and we change, you use our thought to create the particular thought. He decided, okay, let me east and west and north and south. So he brought everything together. So our hairstyle, no one has got the same hairstyle. Each one has got a hairstyle. You created with your thought. And then what type of ornament, some have the different type of earrings, she's got an earring, one, you got right and left is different. Anything different, That's unusual because, we just put always that same type of earring, like she's having both sides the same. Here she's got one is another, one on the other side, you see. And some have moustaches, some don't have moustaches. Same way, food. We also different types of food. Gujarati food she brought it. Others will have Western type and Eastern style and barbecue style and non-barbecue styles. And so, astral world is not different because you take your thought, your mind with you. This is what West doesn't understand. You think after death everything is going to be comfortable and living a permanent holiday. That is not. So that's the first thing you learn. So what I'm trying to convey to you all, if the war is going to kill everybody and that's going to end the problems, you are mistaken. You are creating more problems for the people who die. Not only who die, the astral worlds are really still afraid of the last two wars. Suddenly, 30-40 million people, souls died and arrived in their planet. There's not sufficient social service or learned people to help them. It is suddenly in the Britain you brought about 30 million refugees brought to the Britain. What would happen to all your social service and your government? Everything will collapse. That's what they are afraid of. The already First World War and Second World War. Enough these souls came into their region, and they are warning the human race, man, don't create the next world war. We are unable to even to still. Many of the people, soldiers, and the people died in this battlefield, they put them into sleep because they can't help them, just like we do various types of injections and tranquilizers to sleep them, put them into sleep. And many of them are in sleep state. They are not even brought into waking state from the last 40 years ago what the World War happened. Because they are still so nervous and so mentally disturbed when they bring up, they cannot understand, they cannot control them. So many of them are having a long, long sleep there. They don't have needles and pins to give them. They give by mere hypnotic suggestion. They put these disturbed souls into sleep until they have enough time and enough man to bring them back again, give them proper education and slowly integrate into their society. You ever thought of that? This is the situation. So they are crying when the world, what has happened to this world. And we are celebrating Victory Day. But what happened to those souls? They are still not able to understand where they are. What happened to them? They are not able to reincarnate, not even able to go into the astral planes and live a normal life. They are mentally disturbed, these soldiers. And what would happen to this planet Earth if there is a third world war? I heard the talk by the Russian leader, Gorbachev, and I heard today the victory talk by American leader Reagan. Both accusing each other are monsters. It's almost like that same word. Yes. The whole human race is a monster race. We never learned from the previous lessons of wars. Now they understand that the world war can go and stop the next and bring a peace for the next several million years. Next world war will take only how long to finish? How long?
5 minutes.
Huh?
5 minutes.
A little longer, maybe 3 minutes. If the SS-20 and the other Russian missiles coming, it takes 3 to 6 minutes to reach all cities in the Europe. London, Paris, Munich, Vienna, Moscow, Leningrad, Poland, Germany, all just vaporize. Few minutes. And your body, you saw the D-Day, one nuclear bomb exploded 1 megaton up on the, what do you call, air burst, and one on the ground burst, 2 together. This whole London, within a minute, will vaporize. All the souls, our body, will be just diminish and disappear. That momentary, it's only momentary pain of that intense heat of several million Fahrenheit will just vaporize everything. What happened to your experience, your consciousness, your spirit? That is the situation. 90% of the population on this planet Earth will vaporize within 20 minutes. And those who survive will die miserably the next few days or few months. Better to die than to live. That is the situation we are. We think we are going to defend the world now if we have Star Wars. If we create more stars and more satellites, and then they are going to destroy the Russian missiles, and Russian think they can destroy the American, British and French missiles. We are caught into this mess. Why? We never understood the meaning of life and the purpose of life and the goal of life. Now I'm coming to philosophy. I just gave you this idea so that today is the V-Day. When I saw that, my God, we are celebrating Victory Day. What victory is there? Coming days are going to be the most horrible day we are going to create. And there is no more anyone to celebrate anything afterwards. So I said, today is, we have to pray for. So I did, in fact, when I repeat Om Namo Narayana, perhaps you never thought of them. I was not for praying for the people living on the planet Earth and for the peace for the planet Earth. I was praying for whom? Those dead people, till they're waiting some peace to come for them. They're restless. Whether German, American, Russian, British, makes no difference. They're all human beings, just like you and me. You put the label and try to kill them, that's all. God doesn't understand this in putting label, and you can destroy another person because you put Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola. Well, they both fight, Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola. So you put British, American, German, and you put labels, so okay, now you can kill. You got a what do you call, license to kill, because he's got a name as German, and you got a name as British, so each can kill each other. This is the situation because you don't understand what the purpose of life. Now, the satsang what we are having like this called satsang, mean association with the wise people. Wise people talk about what? What non-wise people think about what? Suppose you are having a social party. Now what you will be talking about? Look at the mink coat and look at the hairstyle and look at her nice, beautiful rings and earrings, etc. And oh yes, he has got an affair with her and she is running with another man and she's getting a baby. I mean, he is getting. I'm not making a joke because he was a woman before, and she did sex changes, etc. And became a man, and so she became a man, and man is having a baby. Well, these are the thoughts we are doing now every day. That's all. You never have any benefit out of it. These type of thoughts about standard backbiting, I will talk, and you get any peace out of it. It is just like someone